Hello, Rachel. How are you? I'll be right back. I just need to grab something. Yeah, just coming on real quick. How was your trip? I guess you're home already from your trip. Did you have a good trip there, Rachel? Yeah, those beaches did look nice, especially down in the Corpus Christi area. I've been to Houston. My uncle lives down there, and it was a pretty interesting time. I was just jumping on. It's a cold, rainy day here in the western Pennsylvania area. Hello, Mickey Sightings. I was just kind of doing kind of a rainy day, and hello, Cam's Corners. Thank you for joining. Hello, Mickey Sightings. Hello, Rachel. Um, I was just checking out. It's kind of cold and rainy, and I thought about I wanted to do a couple outdoor things after I was done with a memorial service for a friend. So I just figured I would just go on and kind of talk about a tag that I was named to. So I will get the questions put back up. I just knocked them out, so I'm sorry about that. Um, but I wanted to just go quickly through them, and then I'll go ahead and end it because I know other people have come on, so it's just kind of a surprise stream. Please remember to hit the like button. You can share out the stream if you like. Also, subscribe if you're new. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, it actually is a cookie shirt. We have a restaurant in our area called Eaton Park, and these are their Eaton Park sugar cookies that they do in their Halloween version. So they made a shirt, and I was looking for a Halloween shirt last year, and I actually kind of liked this shirt, so I bought it for myself. So that way I would have it. Now I have a bunch of other ones. So, thank you, Sean. Thank you very much for doing that. I'm sorry I had questions up and I actually messed it up, but I was going to do the paper, scissors, and vacations. Oh my. There's a couple tags that she did, and there was one that I liked, and I know she has one that that she tagged me on. I'll do that one a little bit on my stream, possibly Tuesday. So, so I'll get that. But she had a one that was called a summer challenge, and there was questions, and I thought, well, with a cold, rainy day, I will go ahead and do the questions. That's if I can actually get her questions pulled up, because I should have wrote them down, but I don't seem to be able to grab them off of here because I keep making my screen too large on my phone for me to grab the questions. So hang on, bear with me a moment. I'll pull them up on a different phone. The only Disney news that I know other people have brought it up and everything was about the fuel rods being starting to get charged for them. I have mixed feelings about that, but I also understand for fuel rods it's a business, and I know other parks and other areas had fees on their fuel rods, or might have been something that they had started, but I know Universal never had them at their location, and I when they did get them, from what I've heard from the streamers that had fuel rods, because they had bought a bunch of them, they would actually they had them, and I understand why they had them, and that's kind of what drew me to them whenever I first seen the different streamers that I follow, that they had the fuel rods. No, I can't find it. Find them. It's like this whole list of people. I do apologize. Thank you, Sean, for sharing out the stream. That is very nice of you for doing that. There we go. I finally got the questions. And I can understand, you live down there. That was something. I personally had gotten my fuel rod beforehand online. I had bought one originally from Disney, gave it to my niece to use after that trip because I figured, well, she could exchange them. She also just goes ahead and plugs it in anyway at home. But the topic of the thing is this or that summer edition questions. It's a cold, rainy fall day here in the Pittsburgh area of Pennsylvania. And I'll go over the questions. The paper, scissors, Vacations on My channel had done the questions. And I decided that, hey, it's cold, rainy. I'm tired of the cold already. But we'll recap summer and some of the things. So I'll go ahead and answer it. If you want to comment what you like, that'll be great too. Keeps the conversation going. The first question is ocean or pool. For me, it's about, I like a swimming pool. I'm not too crazy about the ocean too much. You can probably thank the Jaws movie for that for me. Although when I was a kid, we were in New Jersey, and I remember getting kind of said some cool weather down. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few Floridians I know that are saying they're sweating. Yeah, and it's kind of rainy here. I'll have to maybe show you out the window here and you can see. In Pittsburgh, most of the time it's kind of not dreary. It'll get hot and sunny, but they have more cloudy days than they do sunny days, but not dreary. But it can get up to the 90s in the summer if it's a good summer, and humidity, so that'll work. But for me, a swimming pool is the option. I mean, I'll go into the ocean, not too far. I'm not really crazy about that. When I was a kid, we were in New Jersey. I got kind of caught in under a wave, and that can be kind of a scary experience. I wasn't really into the salt water and stuff. Plus, with New Jersey being further north, well, it's not too further north for me. It's kind of more eastern area. The water was cold when we went there. Plus, there was a lot of horseshoe crabs and stuff that and granted, it is the ocean, so you are going to step on various fish and stuff. But I would prefer going into a swimming pool versus the ocean. The different types of vacations, a beach vacation or a wilderness vacation. That's kind of hard. It depends probably what type of wilderness vacation it is. If you meant just camping, it would depend on where I'm camping at. But that's kind of tough. I would probably prefer. It would probably have to be a wilderness, but it would all depend on where. But I do enjoy watching the ocean and stuff. So probably a beach vacation. It's hard to say because I'm not. I like the beach. 2 or 3 days at the beach is fine for me. Like a long weekend. I'm not one that I know a lot of people. For them, it's relaxing. Hello, the friendly gamer. Thank you for joining the stream. Please make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. And so for me, like going to a beach area, I would have to have some different activities, or if I went to Myrtle Beach, I may drive down to Charleston, South Carolina, do a couple of the tours. So it'd have to be somewhere where it had some other activities in the area. I mean, I'm not one that, I do enjoy going to the beach, but it's not something I could sit there all week. I have friends that love it. They go down. It's pretty much, rent the beach houses and they're down at the beach all day. I just can't sit in the sun that long and everything. So I would prefer that. But a wilderness vacation for me would be fairly well also, because that way it would depend on how wilderness. I don't really camp as much, but if it was somewhere where they're like the Grand Canyon or some national parks, that would be a little bit different for me. And you see a lot of different stuff. Watermelon or strawberries? That's another tough one because I like both of them. I'll pick a watermelon because usually you can just pick up the big piece and eat it. I mean, I love strawberries, fresh strawberries. I'm not, when it comes to strawberry flavorings and stuff, I'm not big on a strawberry flavoring, like a strawberry sundae or something like that. But I'll eat whole strawberries. But I'll take a watermelon. It just seems more refreshing on a hot day, and you're getting kind of all the different flavoring. Next up, either bikini or one piece. Of course, I wear a one piece, so that's pretty much that. And usually I wear a rash guard t-shirt type of thing anyway, because I can't really, the sun, for me, I just like to be protected from the sun as much as possible. I love being out in, like I said, in the sun and the water and that, but I do have to be careful with the sun. So that would be that question. Lemonade or iced tea? I'm more of an iced tea drinker. So that would be the one thing that I would like to do is drink iced teas, lemonades. It's fairly good, but sometimes the sweetness gets to me at times. I do welcome anyone who has joined the stream. Please share out. Please hit the like button. If you're watching the replay, please leave a comment that say, hey, I like that one. Let me answer those questions. Hello, Sherry. Awesome Sunset Travels. Thank you for joining. I was just going over it's called the This or That Summer Edition questions. I had seen another, the Lena from Paper Scissors Vacations Oh My do it, and it's a rainy, cold day here in the western Pennsylvania area, and so I thought, hey, why not do something reminisce about the summer or things I like about the summer. The fifth question was lemonade or iced tea. I said iced tea. It's a little more refreshing for me. Lemonade, depending on how it's mixed, it can be kind of sour or sweet and everything. So hopefully that. The next one is hot dogs, grilled or over a fire. Hello, Michael Riley. Thank you for joining. Hello, Sherry Sunsets. And hello, Mickey Sightings. Hello, Pam's Fam. Thank you for joining. I was just doing a summer this or that summer questionnaire. I'm at hot dogs. Hot dogs grilled or over a fire. I would probably say I like hot dogs on a grill, which has the fire, but not just them on a stick roasting them. I would rather have them on a grill grilling. So that type of grill over a fire. So if I was to do that, to put them on a stick and roast them over the fire, sometimes you don't know how well they're cooked or anything like that. So I will just say on the grill. That way I know they're cooked a little bit better and or not. So, but I could probably do either way. But like I said, I'm not a big camper and haven't really done too much. But I could see where hot dogs over a fire is more fun. Yes. The next question is hat or sunglasses. I actually do both. It depends. If it's not too hot, I'll just do sunglasses. So I would say the blue glasses. Um, I'm sorry, sunglasses are are a lot better for me. I wear sunglasses when I drive. If it's sunny, I have light blue eyes, so they're pretty sensitive to the sun. When I was a kid, I had an accident where a sharp object poked in my eye, so it also makes it extra sensitive. But I have a hard time with the sun, any type of glare. It could be even a small overcast day, but that glare. So I wear a lot of sunglasses. If it's hot and sunny, like when I'm in Florida, it's usually both hats. Oh, you're welcome, Mickey Sightings. I understand. I know some of the people are making mods. I know you can't always be on my streams. I'm just trying to get a couple different handfuls of people because I know when other people go live, you have to jump off or whatever. So I'm just looking for some other people that will help to monitor the channel when they can, and also monitor the chat because you just never know who jumps in or jumps out, jumps in, and what type of comments. Because I do like to keep the comments pretty much family friendly, no swear words or anything like that. Thank you, Michael Riley. Thank you for jumping on. Yeah, I'm not sure how like the notifications. I know some stream people I get and some I don't. So I'm not sure how that's all happening. I see that all over the place. I'm not getting the notifications, and then other people I get tons of notifications. And this was just kind of a surprise stream. I just wanted to jump on and just say hello. Nobody else was on right now. I know Pepper Tree Villa will probably be on a little bit later for their Christmas tree, their Christmas tree stream. I saw that a couple park streams will be going on later this evening, and probably just other things like that. Okay, no problem, Pam, but thank you for joining. I'm glad you joined. Please hit the like button. Please share out the stream if you like. Subscribe if you're new. Yeah, I can understand that, Sherry. If you're at the beach or pool, I use both a hat and sunglasses. When I'm in the parks, I wear a hat and sunglasses. Or anywhere that I'm outside for a long time, it just keeps my head cool because a lot of times the sun will beat down on you, and but when I'm driving, it's usually sunglasses. So it just depends on how hot it is outside and everything like that. Next up is windows down or AC all the way. Most of the time, until we actually got air conditioning in our house, it was windows, but I would prefer AC. It kind of helps with the humidity, you're able to breathe a little bit better sometimes because it just depends on the humidity. But I would have to say most of the time it's air conditioning. Unless it's really cool outside, then the windows go up. But around my area, most of the summer, it stays in the 80s. Sometimes it'll get super hot, and the humidity can really get you. I know when I'm down in Florida, especially in the hot summer, my room is pretty much cold all the time when I stay there. And yeah, I can understand that, Mickey Sightings, because there's even times here I'll roll down the window and it's just like you said, it's just hot air. So most of the time, air conditioning. And even in the car, my problem too is I work in an air conditioning environment. Sometimes it's nice to go outside and warm up, but then the humidity starts to kick in for me and it gets hot. So I'm ready to go back in. I know when I'm in the parks at Disney, anytime I can walk through a gift shop and walk all the way through, it's nice to just kind of step in, get a little air to kind of cool down, and then just keep moving. So it's always nice to do the indoors and outdoors. Hello, Jackson, Nicholas, Logan. Thank you for joining. But yeah, most of the time, air conditioning all the way. Tanning lotion, number 9 is tanning lotion or sunscreen. For me, it's totally sunscreen. I have fair skin. I burn pretty easily. So I do sunscreen, usually 50 or higher. So, and I also have to be very careful because I'm on anti-rejection medications for kidney transplants. So I definitely have to keep that on because some of that kind of has the effects where you can get the melanoma cancer or anything like that. So, but yes, the sunscreen. Thank you, Jack. This shirt is from a restaurant here that's called Eaton Park. I know Eaton Park's more to the western Pennsylvania area. I believe they may have a restaurant out in Altoona area, and I'm not sure if there's any. I thought maybe there might be one a little bit further east, but it's more on the western Pennsylvania side. It's a local chain, but it's called Eat and Park, and they do Eaton Park Smiley cookies. But during the holidays, they do various ones, and they made a T-shirt for Halloween, and they do actually sell cookies that look like this. They're like kind of a bigger sugar frosted cookie. I'm not usually a fan of the sugar cookies. I'm not going to diss them. They're a very good restaurant. But a lot of times those hard sugar cookies, but that'll be doing. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some neighborhoods around here, not in my area. We trick or treat. Most of the neighborhoods in the area that I live in trick or treat on Halloween at like 6 to 8, or they start at 5 to 8 or 5 to 7, depending on where they're at. But there is a couple neighborhood areas that are further out that do trick or treating, like 2 to 4 on a Saturday afternoon. I know a couple of the shopping venues, center venues, actually have trick or treating. I know tomorrow I'm doing a trunk or treat event that's sponsored by my church, and they'll be doing a trunk or treat event for anybody who would like to come. They do a daycare out of or a child care center type of center from my church, and a lot of those families come. It's a fun little event for them. They do games, and the kids can go around and trunk or treat at the cars, and you hand out treats and decorate the cars. I'm not sure if I'll end up decorating my car that much. I had thought about it. I always think about it, and then I start getting busy and forget to do that. Yeah, I could see some people doing the sunscreen on the face and tanning lotions on their arms, especially if you are fairer. I know I burn easily, but it's just easier for me to do that. Hello, Rachel, again. Thanks for joining back. Next thing is baseball game or concert. For me, I like sports. I would have to say baseball games, unless it's somebody that I really want to see in concert. I know this summer here in the Pittsburgh area they had some pretty good concerts, but they I prefer the baseball games. Hello, Penguin Master. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a good day. Hopefully your Pens will get back on track here for wins. But I would say the baseball games, PNC Park here in Pittsburgh, although the Pirates aren't doing that well, it's fun to go down to the stadium. They do a lot of events outside the stadium and inside. Plus, also in my area, they have they're not really a minor league team, but it's like one of those smaller league teams. I think they call it the Frontier League, and they're called the Washington Wild Things. And They actually, it's a lot of fun. It's fairly cheap to go there, and they do like a certain inning. They sell milk and cookies for $1. So it's fun. They do games in between each thing. I'm guessing some of the minor league team, if you have a minor league team in your area, they do some different fun events. So it's kind of fun. It's a smaller thing, but they're called the Washington Wild Things. Hello, Mountain View Turning. Thank you for joining. Hello. Yeah, Sherry, I could see like a concerts for sure. They have a couple outdoor concert venues around here. For me, it just depends on who is there. I mean, I like going to concerts. I will do a lot of the free community concerts. So it just all depends. That's the only thing. I don't like the and or because a lot of times, or the ors, because I do all kinds of different things during the summer, whether it's a concert, the baseball games. In fact, this year probably one of the fewest of the baseball games I've ever gone to. I did more concerts and stuff like that. I have a friend who has a jazz band, and they do a lot of community concerts at various venues, and it's fun. It's outside. It doesn't cost anything, and they're fun to listen to, and a group of us all go. Hello, This Our Dreams. Thank you for joining. Please make sure you guys all hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Also, share out the stream. Just going through a summer, it's called This or That Summer Edition Questions. I found it through Lena, Paper, Scissors, Vacations, Oh My. I'm actually on number 11. And this is like another one that, hello, Angela. Thank you for dropping in, especially while you're at Disney World. Is it raining? I don't think it's raining, but I heard the parks are pretty crowded from different people. And I know somebody was on before trying to do the parade, and I think their phone overheated. But they got most of the parade at 3 o'clock or at 2 o'clock, the fantasy parade. Hello, Noah. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's probably about that time for a storm down there. But number 11 is ice cream or popsicle. For me, it's probably both. I know there's the or there. That's the only thing I don't like about a lot of those questions, because one or the other. If it's super hot, I would prefer a popsicle. It does feel like it makes you cooler. But who can't turn down ice cream? We have a really great place on the south side of Pittsburgh that has the creamiest ice cream. In fact, they just closed this past week. In fact, I think they had to close earlier because they started running out of their ice cream, and they're very popular. But they're called Page's Dairy Mart. And their ice cream's creamy. I usually get the cones on the way home. I'll get chocolate sprinkles. Sometimes I get crunchies. Sometimes I have it dipped in chocolate or the cherry. I love banana splits. So anytime ice cream, that is great. Thank you for joining, Noah. Thank you for joining, Pam Smith. Oh, no, you've been here, Pam. Thank you. Welcome back. And hello, This Our Dreams. But ice cream, probably my first choice. I would like that. But if it's a hot day, popsicles are great. A lot of times I like banana popsicles, but I'll eat any type of flavor, and I love snow cones, so that's another type of thing. Number 12 is fireworks or fireflies. I would probably have to say fireworks. Who doesn't like a fireworks show? I would love, it's always fun to go see the fireworks shows. I do, though, sometimes have a hard time watching community fireworks, especially after a trip at being at Disney World where it's pyro everywhere. But around here sometimes, especially if you go into the city on the 4th of July, and sometimes they have other fireworks shows during the time, it's great to go to that. Pam, yeah, butter pecan ice cream. That's one of my mom's favorites. is butter pecan ice cream. I actually like mint chocolate chip. If you have a basket of Robins around, and that's really good. Mint chocolate chip, but I'll eat any. I like to try different ice creams. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. I'm having pizza. Okay. Well, enjoy your pizza, Noah. Thank you for stopping in, and make sure you hit the like button on the way out. My favorite too, mint chip. Now, the mint chocolate chip is one of my favorites. I like chocolate chip, but I like to try different flavors. I mean, so it's always fun. I know around here they used to have, and there is a couple of the restaurants around, but there was a restaurant around that used to do something that was kind of like the kitchen sink. They called it Tons of Fun, and you were able to get all different ice creams with different stuff. So, oh, thank you, Noah. Yes. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Slowly but surely taking that road to 1K. But yes, I did reach 700 subscribers. So part way there. So thank you very much. But number 12 was fireworks, or thank you, Mickey Sightings. Thank you. And thank you, Pam Spam. But fireworks or fireflies, like I said, I love fireworks shows, all different types. Like in the 4th of July, it depends on when it falls. If I can go downtown to the city of Pittsburgh, they do a really awesome fireworks show. It's not Disney, but there's a lot of pyro. In fact, in Pennsylvania, they have the home of Zambelli Fireworks north of Pittsburgh. And there is also another fireworks company. I don't know if they're related or different, but Phantom Fireworks. They put on a show. So every year it's different companies that put on the shows and stuff. So fireflies, I will say as a kid, when I was a kid, and we were outside, and there were way more tons of fireflies, and it was always fun to go around and try to catch them and put them in a jar, and then you kind of let them loose or anything to get them to light up and everything. So, I mean, it was fun. You don't see them as much unless you're really out in the country area. I live more in the suburbs, but when I was at summer camp or out further on the farms and stuff where it's darker, you see them a little more, but I don't notice them as much anymore, the fireflies. So I'm not sure if they're still around or not. Number 13, flip-flops or bare feet. For me, it's pretty much neither. I'm not really a flip-flops or sandals type person. And to walk around in my bare feet, I don't really like doing that either. So, unless I'm on the beach or something, but for me, I'm not. It's neither. I'm not really either one. I'll wear flip flops when I need to, and walking in your bare feet, you don't know what's on the ground and stuff. And it's not like because it's germy, it's just not something I like to do. You step on something or whatever. So I would rather. It's funny because I was on a mission trip with my church group, and I'm looking around the circle, and me and another guy both had our socks and shoes on, and everybody else had flip flops or sandals or something. Welcome back, Michael. Thank you. So it's really neither for me unless I'm walking to the pool or a shower area if it's outside, if I'm at camp or something like that. But I'm not really a person walking around with flip flops and stuff. The next thing is water balloons or squirt guns. Yeah, you want to wear sandals or flip flops to the pool or something, just because when you're there you want to make sure your feet are covered and everything. So that's pretty much my extent of wearing that. Water balloons or squirt guns. That's a tough one because you can have fun with either one. I would probably say the squirt guns because you can do a lot of different battles. Although it's fun to go ahead and have water balloon battles. So I would say that's pretty much a tie for me. The water balloons and squirt guns because it would just depend on what I have available. And you could fill up a bunch of water balloons and pick teams and start throwing them at each other, or if you have the water guns. I remember having the super soakers whenever they came out. So, but to me, I like doing the squirt guns anyway, so that's fun. I had a super soaker whenever they came out as a kid. And I sometimes buy the smaller squirt guns that they have now. They're kind of animal shaped rather than gun shapes. So that's pretty much it. I'm not sure what others like about it or any of that, or if you have comments about some of the other ones, because I'll have to go ahead and post these on my description later if anybody wanted to do that, do the questions. Hello, Amanda, the Lucky Minute. Thank you for joining. I was doing a this or that summer editions questions. It's kind of a short tag. It's kind of cold and rainy, so I thought I would talk about summer, wishing that it was warm. But that was a pretty interesting thing. A lot of the questions either asked about, do you like an ocean or pool, beach or wilderness? Some of the questions for me, it's sort of both. I know that's not what they like to have you answer, but if I had to choose one over the other, it just makes I would pick my top choice of what I would do first, or I may not even like either one of the questions. Oh, geez. I think I had those wax teeth before, but not. I've seen the liquid candy before available, but that's pretty funny. And a lot of that liquid candy or whatever, it either hardens or it's real super sour. But that's cute. Kids love the sour stuff. But I will post the survey in my description after the stream or a little bit later. So that's pretty much it. I don't have any other type of. Yes, it is Pam's birthday week, so I'm sure I'll see her around. I wish her a happy birthday most of the week, and I'm sure she'll get that. I'm sure you're enjoying yourself, Pam, and that's pretty cool that it's on Halloween. So hopefully you get to celebrate pretty good. And you've probably been celebrating all year round, or all week here, or most of the month. That's usually fun. Yeah, I'm not sure what other news is out there. I know, like I said, they're going to start charging for the fuel rod replacements starting next. Let's see, the 31st is Thursday. Next Friday, it's going to be $3 a charge. It's kind of disappointing. I feel bad for a lot of the people out there, especially some of the streamers who bought, more than 3 because they were using them. I'm thinking that most of the streamers that use the heavier equipment and stuff, they're carrying bricks anyway. The fuel rods, they probably were using to charge their phones, and it was just easier to go over. I know that's how I had seen them when I first went back last summer. I had bought one, but I bought it at the airport because they were $10 cheaper at the airport. Also, a streamer I'd watched used to send I would get codes from the company itself, but I bought mine at the airport. It was $10 cheaper than the one at Disney, which was $30. And sometimes there were codes out if you bought them at a certain time period. They would have a code, and then so then they would just switch them out. But I ended up giving that one to my niece, because I figured, well, she could trade them in and out, because around Pittsburgh the closest place was at our airport, and down at West Virginia University were the only two locations that actually had fuel rod stations. If they started charging at the airport, I did not notice that when I was there in June, because I did go to the machine again. Since I gave my other one to my niece, I bought another one to take with me, because it seemed like, hello, Steve's World, thank you for joining. I was just doing a this or that summer questions. We had finished that up, and I was just talking about some Disney things that were happening. So thank you for joining, Steve. Wow, it's $10. Yeah, if they started charging at the Pittsburgh airport, they must have started that recently, because I know I bought another one in June and I didn't notice any fee on there. Some people say they've seen it for $1, $10. Personally, my old phone really didn't hold a charge that long. It would charge up, but if I started streaming or watching a stream or something, but the battery needed replaced and stuff. But now I have a new phone. I ended up getting the iPhone Pro, 11 Pro. It seems like the battery lasts a lot longer. I actually have other portable chargers that are stronger. Although I do take the fuel rod when I stayed off site. I pretty much just plugged it in every night and charged it back at the condo. So I didn't have a problem with that part. But I can see where some of the people that have 4 or 5, and I also can understand, when you are in the parks, it's just easier going, and you're low on the fuel rod, and that's the only thing that you have, and you're low on it, you're either pretty much stuck or let your phone die. So hopefully, I don't see that company. I'm not saying I don't see them I can't see them being able to, hello, R. Johns, thank you for joining. Sell anymore if they're, I know at Disney they're $30. I don't know, I'm suspecting that, whether, I don't know if I'm sure Disney was getting some sort of percentage from Fuel Rod for that. I don't know, because that's a lot more than what I've seen them at other places. I know SeaWorld had machines there, and I know I exchanged my fuel rod at SeaWorld. It wasn't charged there. But I know when Universal didn't have fuel rod stations, because I remember looking up to see, and I remember a couple other streamers saying that they didn't have them. But I guess they must have gotten them over the spring, like maybe in January over the spring, and they actually had started charging there. Hello, Donna and Arjons. Thank you for joining. Please make sure you guys hit the like button. And if you're new, I hope you consider subscribing. I will be trying to go live at 6:30 on Tuesdays. I am part of the Live Place, so I do thank Dean for allowing me to be a part of the Live Place, which is theliveplace.com. And Dean at Dreamers Empire, so I do thank him. And I'm scheduled at 6:30 on Tuesdays. We'll talk Disney, Universal, or any attractions in Orlando. Sometimes I will have different questions to answer. In fact, I will probably be doing another questionnaire just because I was tagged by someone, and I will honor their tag, and then we can talk about Disney or something. I was planning on going to Disney this weekend, but some other things had happened that I couldn't do it, and then I had a really good family friend pass away, so I felt that part of it. I was planning on coming like Friday and to join one half of This Our Dream family, but after since I wasn't going to leave till Friday, and then when this had happened, I felt more compelled to stay here and support my friends and be there for them. So thank you, Mickey Sightings. So it just it just felt better for me, and thank you, Rachel, to be here for that support also for them. So So that was one of the reasons why I did not come. I actually had everything booked pretty much, my room and my air and stuff. But since I fly Southwest, I don't have a problem changing it out for something else. I do have a trip plan for December. I like the Christmas season and everything, and I just figured that that'll be best just to wait instead of trying to do two small trips. I'll do a little bit longer trip. So yes, I do thank you all for that, and the family, my friends would appreciate that too, because it wasn't pretty easy. It's something that it wasn't like sudden, but it was something that really went pretty fast for the person. So so that's it. Oh, let's see. But that was about it. I just came on real quickly. Thank you, Donna. Um, so that's pretty much it. I hope some of you can join me at 6:30. I know that's kind of you know some people are still getting off work or getting home, and I know for West Coast people, you're still pretty much at work. Right now, that's a time that kind of fits. That it's not too late. In fact, I stay up way too late, so that was the type of thing. So I do thank everyone for joining, and I hope you guys all have a great day. I know there are other people. Thank you, Mike. There'll be some other live streams. And like I said, check out the live stream, theliveplace.com. It'll tell you all the different live streams. I know a couple of the other places. I know, I believe Disney Dan had canceled his stream that they usually do today. So just check out the live place, and I'm sure you'll find someone that'll be live streaming. So have a great evening. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. That would be much appreciated. This is Amy from AJC Magic TV, and let the adventures begin. So take care, everyone. Bye.